And we definitely have plenty of vehicles.
Man, I tell you what, Staten Island's awesome. It is the capital city of nightmare jobs. It's brilliant.
Still got the Infinity outside in the dark.
We got an Infinity to look at as well. What's wrong with that?
Let's see. Came in for a dead battery.
Yeah.
Put a battery in it, and it immediately tried doing all kinds of things on its own, like clicking and clacking and lighting up the dashboard, everything but starting.
Yeah.
The push to start says it's on, but when you shut it off, it goes off and it comes back on by itself.
Yeah.
It's got some gremlins. So I think that's why the battery went dead. I think in the middle of the night, that thing woke up on its own.
Yeah.
And then killed the battery.
Right.
So I haven't even looked at that one yet, other than I put I thought it was just a battery, put a battery in it, and realized we have another issue. As always, it's never one issue.
Staten Island Express strikes again.
It's never one issue. Green crusties and fish bowls.
Yeah.
And always ask the question, did you hit any kind of puddle that made you go, oh darn, that was a really big puddle? We're really surprised how many people all of a sudden go,
oh,
you know. I did kind of,
Now, if you think about our video from last night, that could be a hint. Where we had stopped off and we were having some food. That could be a hint as to what's actually wrong with that car.
Yeah.
It says lock, and I got the key in my hand, and I'm going to try to start it. See if we can get it. Lights up, nothing happens. Put off the brake. Whoop. Come on, shut it off. But look, that still says on. Now watch this, I'm not going to touch nothing. Look, it lights up. I'm not touching, look, hands are here. And, come on. No, before it was cycling, now it's not. All right, look, I shut it off. Look, all by itself. No, off. No on. It's like a stubborn child. But it won't start.
So what have you got on top of that other module?
Say again?
What was the module on top of the module?
This thing here, it's got this alarm 4-tin CAN bus interface module.
Right, okay.
It definitely doesn't belong, and neither do the Scotch locks in here.
That's for a remote start, by the way.
Oh, right, okay. Scotch locks, choice of champions.
Yeah, okay. Not quite what I was going to say, but choice of something. Boondoggle. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Up. Nope. I thought so. Maybe not.
Nice easy plugs to get at it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's absolutely that much all the junk. Look at all the water. Look at the water. It's just on the floor mat. Let's get all this junk out of here. All the water in here.
You need a quicker picker upper.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? It's the girl that owns it's a single girl, so she's never on the side. And she never has anybody on the side, so she never knows it's wet because nobody say, hey, your floor's wet.
Well, it might have something to do with her music choices here, judging by those CDs on the floor.
Oh, be nice.
Who am I to judge?
She's a supporter. She's a supporter of the channel, though.
Oh.
And she's from, if you know Jay,
I do.
She's from his hometown, actually. She has relocated here from, I can't get this plug out, unbelievable, from Rhode Island, all the way down to Brooklyn.
Where do you think the water's come from?
I'm betting, if you look up, it's got that, yeah.
Sunroof.
I get it to unclick, but it won't pull out. Yeah, I'm willing to bet.
It's corroded in.
No, I don't think it's that bit.
The green dust of doom has corroded
There it goes,
in.
there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. All right, we're out.
Any water in those connectors?
I'd say no, No. Ooh.
Winner, winner.
What the heck? There's wire stuck in there.
That's not wire, sir. That's the pin that just came out of the BCM.
Yep. You're right. I'm sorry.
It's my favorite.
You guys
Let me
can
see
see
if I can
that?
zoom in on that.
It is.
Yeah, come on, focus in, focus. Focus.
Let me get my hand on there.
There you are. And that right there
Right here.
is, come on, focus now. See why I'm not a cameraman, folks? Right there, those are terminals from the body control module. Not much saving going to happen on that end.
Nope. Nope. Get this thing out of here now.
Harness.
We got a couple more plugs. At this point, I'll unbolt it, swing it down so I can get the other two connectors. And there's water all over this thing.
And where do you think that water came from?
Look up.
Look up, you say. Oh my. Oh, it's a nice evening.
Here's my here's my link to the other video coming in about how to clean those out real nice. Take a piece of weed whacker string.
Weed whacker string, nice.
Or you take some thin plastic tubing, and then you put the weed whacker string through the plastic tubing so you don't blow the hose off of it. Works real nice. Weed whacker string is just rigid enough that it doesn't bend, but soft enough that it will bend around some of the curves and pushes everything right out.
Good to know.
Don't put compressed air on the hose. You will definitely make a mess and a problem. I've seen guys do that. All right, let me get a 10 millimeter and get this.
So this is like the dream team here, isn't it? All three of us.
Two. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you say a dream team?
Dream
learning.
team, mate. Yeah,
No,
dream
no.
team. So we got Corey, the main man from S&A Autos.
No
We got
dream
Keith
team.
from U-Level
I'm an
Auto.
amateur.
He's here too?
Yeah, you got the Gappy 2 Phil from Simply Diagnostics.
I'm a 33-year amateur.
Stronger together. But we give good cuddles.
I got my spandex.
Oh, I do like it. I do like it when you wear your like.
Did Glenn loan you his yoga pants again?
Yeah, that's it. What you need is
There's they put another huge box right in the way.
Yes, they did.
And I got to fire.
These aftermarket guys, they're so considerate.
We know what? It's a double-edged sword, so I'm going to blame them halfway. Watch this. Because if they didn't take shortcuts to get this thing done in a timely fashion, they'd have to charge a lot more money. They'd be out of business. So the only way to stay in business is to do stuff like this so that it's either do this or do nothing. Which is, so I'm not like condoning them or blaming them, but it's an unfortunate paradox for them. That's why I would never do this, because I couldn't do this. Right?
And leave it that way.
And leave it. So I'd have to do it the right way, which means that instead of taking an hour, it'd take me 4, and I'd have to bill 4 hours, and I'd be out of business in a day. So what's the answer? I don't know.
Curious to know if there's any water in that one connector that's just kind of laying there on the floor.
Where?
That one right there. See that white one?
This one?
Yeah. They're right there on the floor. No. Right there.
this one.
That one.
Oh, I'm certain there's a puddle around the base of it.
Seems as though the whole car is a puddle.
Yep. Gotta try to get this. Now, I'm trying to see
Why don't you give it a little smack on your hand there and see if any water comes out of it?
I was trying to see where those wires pulled out of. No.
No, so far so good.
So far, so good. And I don't know about those wires pulling out of there because there's nothing missing in here.
Those sure look like pins to me.
Yeah, well, they're all here. I gotta look back in. That's right. It was this plug, right?
Yes, it was.
No. Wait a second. Look at this mess. This is normal, right?
Or was it green? It's green.
That's
Okay, I
back
can see
here.
the terminals in
Yeah,
it.
there it is.
Yep.
It's not terminal. It's stranded wire. That's stranded wire right there. It's not a terminal.
Are you suggesting that they may have used that as a jumper?
I don't know what they did with it.
The alarm?
No, they didn't put nothing. They didn't put anything in here. How did a stranded wire? I don't. Maybe. Maybe they. No, they couldn't have. There's no way. Nobody's that nuts. That is a piece of stranded wire. I'm wondering if the terminal is the terminal stuck on there. That was green. That's this one.
No, that's what we were saying, is a terminal from the body control module.
No, I thought maybe the terminal pulled out of the connector
Oh, no.
and it was still on here.
Oh,
But
I
it's
see.
Not. Or did this possibly somebody damaged the terminal once before and then said, "Oh, we'll just push it back in. It'll make contact with the stranded wire and we'll be all right." And maybe they were for a while. But there's two pieces of there's two terminals that have stranded wire sticking out. I'm telling you, stranded wires from here.
Let's see if we can get a little bit better view there. I think we have a glare, but...
Look, and the other half of it is sticking out. Wow, wait, watch this. Where did you get this one?
All right, hold on. Let me zoom that in there for everybody then.
See this green wire?
Okay, green wire.
I'm afraid to pull it. It's going to come out. It's not. This is the wire right there. Look. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Very interesting. Look at that.
Why would you do that? Now, the other one is this one. It's one of these. It's one of this red one. Yep, it's the red one. So this red one is a floater. We got a floater. And this green one is a floater. Look, that's what they did. I'm betting somebody played with it, pulled it apart, broke the terminal, and went,
Oh, no.
and just bent it over and went, "That's good enough. Shove it in." And it may have possibly worked for a while. I don't even know that that's the issue with this or not.
You know what we'd like to do? Get a pin out now and a wiring diagram and see what they control.
Yeah. And then maybe bring this inside under some good light and take a look inside this thing, see.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it in the light.
Sounds like a
And we're back. All right, the BCM is out. It is apart, and if you're ready for this, it is bone dry. There is no corrosion on here. There's no green crusties. There's nothing burnt. There's no water, evidence of water anywhere. This is a really good thing because these things are hard to come by. I don't believe they're even making them. From what I understand, you have to try to find one used, and they're a nightmare to program. But all in all, the plugs look good. It's incredibly, considering all the water that was around it. I'm amazed. So the other fellers just left, Keith and Steve. They're taking off. I think my homework for tomorrow is to find this plug, the one that had the wire sticking through. Call around for a few junkyards, see if I can find that plug and repin it. And I'm yanking out all of that alarm, remote start, whatever that junk is, all of it's coming out. And then we'll go from there. Let's go over to the car real quick. I'll show you some of the other water. There goes the phone. All right, I don't know if we can get a good light and camera on this. All right, let's try this. Where are those relays? Here are those relays right here. Yeah, there goes my light. These things were dripping out water before. This is part of the remote start, alarm, whatever the heck they got in this thing. Taped up, spliced in. This, here, look. Oh, there we go. There's just water pouring out of it. There it is. Yeah, too close. Try again. There's water pouring out of these things. Now these are the remote start relays, so that would start to explain why we had intermittent, unwanted ignition cycling and uncycling. These are the plugs. Again, we're going to see if we can get this connector, and we'll repin this. What else has water in it? Everything. And we'll also see if we can find the source of the water leak, which is probably going to end up being the sunroof. We hope it's that simple, and we'll do that as well. This whole pad back in here is soaking wet, so let's see what we can find. Dry this thing up, see if we can find this connector tomorrow, and fix this thing up for this young lady. Until then, we'll be back. Okay, well, as you can see, we got the remote start out. It's left quite a mess. We have a lot of, I don't know how well it comes up on camera, we have a lot of bare wire that was, you know, spliced back, and then they just kind of wrap in the aftermarket wiring and tape it over. A little bit on this plug, a little bit on this plug. We still have a connection here. I need to put it back together. There were some Scotch locks that were pierced into the ground wire down here. Wire over here. That would just use some liquid tape to cover up, and we'll rewrap that. But this I need to fix. I was able to acquired a new pigtail that I can use to make a better than expected repair than without it. Without it, I mean, that's still managed, but it's nice that I was able to get one for a couple of dollars. Had somebody ship it over. Guy had one. So I'll try to film this, and maybe we'll speed it up to, I guess, for sake of boredom and redundancy, sit here and watch me fix every single wire. This video would drag on forever. So I'll do it, and it's in close quarters. I'm in the stepwell, literally working over the top of this camera. So we have solder, we have our heat, we have our little mini torch, we have our pigtail, we have our heat shrink. I'm gonna do what I can. I may move the camera back a bit to give myself a little room. It's tight enough in here with it. It's tight enough without the camera. It's even tighter with it. Thank God it stopped raining, because this car is not in the shop and I'm not in the mood to push it in. So we're outside. Let's see if we can get this thing back together, get the BCM back in it, and then we still have to find out where all the water's coming from. There's a pool. There's got to be an inch of water down there in that well. So that'll be next. Let's do it. Catch up. I chose not to record all the repair. It was just getting monotonous along with the interruptions, so I'll play catch up. I have, let's see if we can see this pretty good. If not, let's see if I can reposition this for you a little bit. A little better. That's a little better. Soldering, this is actually I want to call it a double repair. I had to extend the wire a little bit. Because they just destroyed a whole chunk of the wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different places we did a repair. Everything's been soldered and heat shrunk. Got a little piece of solder poking through right there. I'm gonna have to fix that right there. That might be a redo. And that's it. I had one little spot I fixed, and then I found the nick a little further up the wire. Just nicked the wire to nick the copper, so I put a little liquid tape on it. And that's it. I'll do a little redo on this one. Everything else is nicely heat shrunk. We're going to rewrap this. I'm going to rehang the BCM. We'll plug it in. I'll clean up my mess. And then we'll see if it starts. And then we'll work on the water issue. Alright. We are buttoned up. We are not buttoned up. Son of a gun. Alright, well, I thought I was done. There's two more. I didn't see the wires tucked in. We're going to take it apart. I'll bring you guys along for this little piece here. And tape was still around these two pieces. I was about to finish it up and realized there's two more pieces of wire stuck in there. So make that 11 spots to repair. And the cheap tape, the glue off the cheap tape is getting everywhere. So we'll clean that up as we go. We're going to pop this up. I try not to stab myself in the finger. Come on. There we go, like that. Pick that out of there. Alright, we're going to take this, we'll walk this up a little bit. That. Come on, walk that up. I figure if I keep saying it, it'll actually happen. Come on, there you go. Come on. There we go. Now, just pull that back like that. Now I should be able to get these out. This is going to be the first terminal in the corner here. We're going to try to release that tab, slide that out. Awesome. We can take a piece of heat shrink, the appropriate size. We'll cut that back. We'll slide that over. This wire doesn't actually need any repair. It's just going to need some insulation. So rather than just wrap it with tape or something, I decided to de-pin it and little piece of heat shrink. I'll put that back in there. Right up in this corner. Moment of truth. Da 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 da. Nope. Cab ignition. Car does shut off. Car locks. Car unlocks. There's no. Oh. Uh-oh. I hear the starter clicking. Uh-oh, we got a starter click. I think we burnt up a starter. I think in all this water damage, we're going to have to verify that. But, this job may not be over. Well, that's what it's supposed to look like with all the other clutter out of the way. The harness is wrapped back up. It's bolted back in. All the repairs are made. Now we just got to figure out why it doesn't start. We do get the proper ignition. I can hear the starter clicking, so my guess is going to be when this thing shorted out, it was trying to engage the starter and burnt the starter up. So on to problem number, 3 with this car. Water leak, remote start, wiring repair, now a starter. Let's see if we can start the Infiniti Take 22. I did confirm the Starter is bad. And of course we wrestled with the new one because everything is rusted underneath. So it should have taken an hour, it took 2.5. But it's in. So let's see if we can watch this pass or fail together. Woo! Oh lordy, lordy, would you look at that. It's music to my ears. Well, the sunroof was clogged. The drains. See if I can fix this. Put a finishing touch on this. No. Stay. No, don't move. No, stay. Okay. I really need to get out of here. I don't want to be late. Class tonight. The sunroof drains, I cleared them. This will need to dry out a bit. Oh, I don't even know what I'm looking for here. I got stuff apart everywhere. Oof, remote starts out, wiring's fixed. New starter is in. What else is there? I think that's it. I think that's enough. And this thing has kicked my butt. What's the lesson? I don't have a clue. It's never simple. It's never simple around here. But patience, and that's it. Guys, this is the story of the Infiniti. That's been here way too long. And caused way too much aggravation. But the young lady will be happy. She gets her car back. And that's it. I'll put links down there. So many other videos about cleaning the sunroof drains and anything else that's pertinent. Check out my Amazon store. I'll put some of the tools that I use in there. Help support the channel a little bit. I appreciate it. That's really about it. Click subscribe, like, and all that other stuff also helps. Because this stuff ain't easy. But I do enjoy it. So thank you. Click, all that other stuff. I'll talk to you soon. I got a couple more out here. I'll probably film for you. So thank you. Bye.